Hello traders, my name is Tomasz Wiśniewski. I'm a chief analyst in Alpari Research and Analysis, and this is daily analytical report. Let's start. First, we need to check the calendar. Yesterday, after our daily analytical report, we had an important event for the British pound. As you can see, we had the interest rate decision. No change, but that was expected. The most important part was the speech from Mark Carney, minutes from Bank of England, and inflation report. All that was hawkish, good for pound. At least traders perceive that as hawkish. And British pound is gaining traction right now, is gaining strength. About today is important for the Canadian dollar. As you can see, in 4.5 hours we'll have a job data. And also ruble, as you can see, interest rate decision in 1 hour and a half. As this is the last day of the week, we need to check the calendar for the next week, because if you want to open a position today, you need to know what is going to happen next week. So as for that, Monday usually quiet, just CEF survey economic statement from Germany, important for euro. And Tuesday, Reserve Bank of New Zealand rate statement and decision and policy statement, so definitely important for New Zealand dollar. And along with the press conference, as you can see, that just 1 hour difference, so we cannot say it's Wednesday. Trade data from China. Retail price index from UK, inflation from UK, so definitely important for the British pound. Industrial production from Eurozone, that's also important because industrial production from Germany is going down, and we will see if that's affecting a whole Eurozone. Inflation from United States, so definitely Wednesday is important day, even more important than Thursday. Thursday is a GDP day, but nowadays inflation seems more important than GDP. On Friday, inflation from China, industrial production, retail sales from US. So maybe not the busiest week on the record, but every day we'll have something to watch for. Something to lift the volatility, so definitely next week should be interesting. With that being said, we can move to the charts, and actually let's start with gold. Gold, which is doing this scenario of the flag, and that was just the false breakout below $1,307. As you can see, we are back. We are also back above the neckline. So this is the neckline of this formation. This is the neckline of the head and shoulder formation. So this is the false breakout. What we are having here is a flag here and the breakout. And you can see that the upper line of the flag is working. And the breakout of the upper line of the flag will give us a buy signal. Stop loss will remain in the same place as before. So here. And stop loss can be somewhere here. That seems like a good occasion to buy, but only when we'll have daily candlestick closing near today's highs, because price going back below will be a bad situation, right? So long story short, for the buy signal, you need to see the price closing above the upper line of the flag. Let's check dollar index, because that's interesting situation, because gold yesterday climbed higher, even despite the fact that dollar index climbed higher. So gold should be going higher when dollar is weaker. Let me check one thing on the dollar index. Okay. Gold when dollar is stronger, gold should be going lower. but here you can see that dollar is stronger and gold is going higher, especially yesterday. What is happening on the dollar index is it's everything is going according to the plan. So plan was a rise, plan was an upswing. After the false breakout below this line and the breakout of the upper line of the wedge, that was the plan A. So a further upswing, because that's what the trend is. This is just a correction. So we're coming back to the trend, and the aim is on the yellow resistance. American dollar to Swiss franc. Yesterday we told you that most probably the broken resistance will be tested as a support. This is this support, and it was tested as a support, and test was positive for the buyers. As you can see, beautiful hammer here, and now the price is aiming higher. This is a buy signal. As long as we stay above the orange support, the sentiment is positive. Target is here. Let's check the risk to reward ratio in this case. Well, that's pretty good. I can see this already. So if you buy here, stop loss, aggressive way 20 pips, safe way 40, take profit 120, almost 110 pips. Anyway, you will choose aggressive or easy. That still has a good risk to reward ratio. Australian dollar to New Zealand dollar. False breakout here, but the price stopped on a very important horizontal resistance. We mentioned this resistance many times previously, and actually that was our scenario here. As you can see, correction and then eventually a breakout. As for now, we are in a correction stage. Why we see the breakout to the upside? We see the breakout to the upside because of this false breakout to the downside. Maybe this will happen on Tuesday evening, because sometimes for a technical movement like this, like the breakout of the yellow area, you need a fundamental push, and this push can be obtained by thanks to this data. So we are waiting for this, but then overall the sentiment is positive. My opinion, false breakouts are usually very strong trading signals. This is a false breakout. It should result with a further upswing. Well, maybe that was it, right? Maybe that's the reaction on the false breakout. I don't know. I cannot predict the future. I just can estimate the odds and try to trade with this. But I still do believe that this is a false breakout and it has a potential for a further upswing. Australian dollar to Swiss franc. This is a nice technical pattern. So a downswing correction, double top formation, and a breakout of the horizontal support and a dynamic support. So the direction can be only one, so a drop. This is a proper sell signal. Canadian dollar to Swiss franc. Here we also do have a sell signal. Here the price broke the meter map trend line, horizontal support 1, 2. Now we stopped on a third horizontal support. As long as we are above, and there is a chance for a short-term upswing, breakout of the blue line will give us a midterm sell signal. So this is my view on the Canadian dollar to Swiss franc. Now Canadian dollar to Japanese yen, pretty nice setup here. So the broken horizontal support is tested as a resistance. There is a bounce. As you can see, that can be considered as a false breakout also. False breakout above the midterm resistance. Contact. So pretty legitimate one. And after the false breakout from this pattern and a bounce from the horizontal resistance, we do have a downswing, breaking the midterm support. Now maybe a short-term correction, but eventually the price should go down. Now 3 setups with euro, which I mentioned on the Trading Sniper video. Two of them are bearish, one of them is bullish. This one is the bullish one, at least for now, because the bias towards euro is negative. There is a negative sentiment associated with euro. So entering with a long position on euro is a bit too risky. So what we are having here is, maybe let's start with the long term. All right, euro to Swiss franc weekly chart, double top formation in 2016, 1, 2. After the breakout in 2017, in 2018 we test this with the double bottom, 1, 2. This is a buy. And as you can see, 4 weeks after this we get a nice upswing. The second bottom in this double bottom formation is done with the inverse head and shoulder pattern. Left shoulder, head, and the right shoulder. Then we have the breakout of the midterm downtrend line. Test as a support, then a breakout of the neckline of this head and shoulder, inverse head and shoulder pattern. And now we are testing this broken neckline as a support. In theory, that should bring us a buy signal. But the thing is that we are price action traders, right? What price action traders do is they wait for the price action. Here, the price action is showing us that yes, we are testing this support, but there is no demand whatsoever. That's not a demand. We don't have a demand here. On hourly chart, this is not the demand. This is small upswing. Demand will be here once we'll break the blue line. It will mean a double bottom formation, and this will be a proper buy signal. So once we will bounce from the orange line for the second time and the price will break this horizontal resistance here, we will get a buy signal on euro to Swiss franc. As for now, don't take that for granted that the price is testing the horizontal resistance support. As you can see, legitimate one. Resistance, 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 resistance. Only the fact that we are here does not open us a proper buy signal. We have to wait. Next two setups are negative for the euro. So let me show you this. There is a downswing on the euro to British pound. There is a correction which started on a pretty important horizontal support. As you can see, lows from April and from November. So we bounce from here and the price creates classic wedge, and pretty good one. Look, those contacts with those lines. Yesterday we break the lower line of the wedge. Now we do have a correction like this. That is a sell signal. This is a really nice, clean, simple, nice trading signal. No fireworks, nothing. Downswing, correction, downswing. This is also correction. I love this kind of movement, like huge drop and then a small correction, like a rainbow here. The thing is that the rainbow starts on the ground and finishes on the ground. It should go down. And about the risk to reward ratio, well, you can go aggressively, like stop loss on 20 pips, take profit on 100, or stop loss on 70 pips, take profit on 120, let's say. First option is obviously better, but second option is safer. It's up to you. Don't forget about this horizontal support. Kind of a head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder, head, and then right shoulder. Boom, breakout. Can be interesting. Euro to Japanese yen also with negative setup. Why? Well, bounce, comeback, test of this support as a resistance, test results with the head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder, head and the right shoulder. There is a breakout of the neckline, boom. There is a breakout of the horizontal support, and then price test two dynamic uptrend lines, 1, 2. Those uptrend lines get broken, boom. Those uptrend lines get broken. We placed this checkpoint 2 days ago that when the price will get there, there's a sell signal, and boom, we are on the lowest levels since the 25th of January. Looks alright, looks okay. And the potential target is on the lows from this flash crash. Maybe not on those, but let's say those, which still makes it a proper trading occasion with regarding the risk to reward ratio. I really like this setup. Clean, nice, technical. Euro to New Zealand dollar. Upswing correction, maybe an upswing. I don't know. What I know is that price likes to create double bottom formation and double top formation, right? So double bottom formation worked. We got a beautiful reversal, obviously, with help from fundamentals. We will see if the double top formation will work. For this formation to work, we need to see the candlestick closing below the orange line. About the neckline of this formation, we can adjust this neckline to the most recent situation here. And in case of the breakout of the blue area, the target will be on the orange area. Bitcoin tries a reversal. So this breakout of the lower line of the pennant. So the breakout of the lower line of the pennant wasn't such a strong sell signal as one could expect, because we do have a reversal, but this reversal does not mean anything. Look, with this scale of drop, you cannot even see this reversal. In my opinion, we are still heading towards $2,900 for one Bitcoin. My bearish scenario will be cancelled, at least for a while, when the price will break this black line, this one. As for now, it seems like it will not happen soon. Euro dollar, as you can see here, you can witness the weakness of the euro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bearish days in a row. Usually it should bring us some kind of a correction, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in a row of a bearish of a drop, then some kind of correction here, 3 correction here, 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say 5, 6 correction. The place for a correction is here. Why? Because we have a lower line of the triangle. I think we can be a bit more precise with this. Yes. Price getting there can bring us a bullish correction here with an upswing. Probably a few knife catching traders will be there. I don't know. Or traders that love to go against the trend. I'm not the one. But false breakout or a hammer candle or a bullish engulfing here will be an interesting occasion to go long. British pound to New Zealand dollar. Here you have the reaction after yesterday event for the pound. Today we do have a correction, but we are still, from the technical point of view, we are influenced by this false breakout here below the dynamic support and a horizontal support. So the sentiment on British pound to New Zealand dollar is positive. New Zealand dollar to Swiss franc, double top formation, broke and lower line of the channel up. I was looking for a bullish correction. It didn't happen yesterday. It is happening today. We'll see if it will continue. In general, the long-term sentiment is negative. Why am I thinking about correction? Just for the better risk to reward ratio. Because once you will have a correction and this correction will have an end, you will have a clear place to put a stop loss. Now, if you want to trade like here, the stop loss should be here. It's too far. Maybe you want to play it more aggressively and, for example, put a stop loss above those highs. Okay, fair enough. Also, great risk to reward ratio here. New Zealand dollar to Swiss franc, to American dollar, that is sell. Based on this double top formation on a horizontal resistance created by those three lows, it looks optimistic for the sellers. American dollar to Japanese yen. There is this white resistance. We can make it a bit smaller and adjust it to the recent price movements. I think we can get a clear support here. So what is happening here is a well-known beautiful ascending triangle pattern. What should happen here is a bounce, 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 breakout. We will see if that will be the case here. Let's do a quick recap. Gold looks positive, but for the buy signal we need to see the price closing somewhere here. Dollar index positive with the target on the yellow area. American dollar to Swiss franc positive as long as we stay above the orange support with the good risk to reward ratio here. Actually, don't forget about this, but there is a risk for the movement to the downside, unfortunately. Australian dollar to New Zealand dollar, that for me is a long-term buy, but only when the price will break the yellow resistance. Australian dollar to Swiss franc, for me that is sell, but after a small bounce, because I would like to see a correction first. Canadian dollar to Swiss franc, break out of the lower blue line, that will be a sell signal. Canadian dollar to Japanese yen, short-term buy, long-term sell. Euro to Swiss franc, as you can see, this is happening as we speak. So, we said that there is a good chance for a reversal, but don't take that for granted, because the price is pushing and there was no demand here, and we do have new lows. So actually come back below this line will be a proper sell signal. Euro to British pound, in my opinion, that is clean, nice sell signal, downswing, wedge, downswing. Euro to Japanese yen, for me that is also a beautiful, clean, nice sell signal. If you're not convinced, you can wait for the breakout of the blue line first. Euro to New Zealand dollar, as long as we stay above the blue line, there is no sell signal. Breakout of the blue line will give us a sell signal. Bitcoin still negative. Euro to American dollar, price should test the lower line of the triangle where we can have a bounce. British pound to New Zealand dollar, that is positive. New Zealand dollar to Swiss franc, that is negative. New Zealand dollar, American dollar, negative. And here we are looking at the ascending triangle. So we are looking for the breakout of the blue line, and breakout of the blue line will give us a buy signal. Okay guys, thanks very much for watching daily analytical report. For more trading occasions, visit our Twitter account and our website alpari.news. Thank you very much, all the best.